So in that previous video, I was discussing dimensional analysis using a silly example of a cheeseburger. But now let's consider what it means to have to have a limiting reagent problem with actual chemical formulas. So consider this example here. I have 10 hydrogen molecules and I'm mixing them with 7 oxygen molecules. Remember this equation from like the beginning of these videos, where I have 2 hydrogens plus O2 going to form 2H2O. The question is, so based on this balanced equation, the stoichiometric ratio of hydrogen to oxygen molecules is 2 to 1. So consider this pictorial view of it. Okay, this is the same thing as my example problem in picture form. I have 10 hydrogen molecules shown by these two white spheres connected. Got 7 oxygen molecules. Now after, this was what we have before the reaction. After we have the reaction completed, we're going to end up using all of the hydrogen molecules and have oxygen molecules left over. Now, why are there oxygen molecules left over? It's because all the hydrogen has been used up. It's all in water form. Okay, so all the hydrogens are in the water molecules afterwards, and there are no more hydrogens left to react with these oxygens. And so the oxygen is our excess reagent. The hydrogen is our limiting reagent. And that's what we mean when we're talking about limiting reagents. Now, if I were going to ask you how many excess oxygen molecules do we have, you'd be able to see very easily from this problem that there'd be 2. Now consider what happens if we're talking about moles of molecules. If we're talking about moles of molecules, we might actually have to do some calculation. So here are the processes that I've already shown you how to do those calculations. So first off, do 2 or more based on the given number of reactant stoichiometric problems. You start with one of the reactants, and then you convert that reactant into the total number of total amount of a product that you can make with that amount. You do that for all of the other reactants, and the one that makes the least amount of product is your limiting reagent. So going step by step. Step 1, you have to have a balanced chemical equation. That is necessary in order to do this stoichiometry. Step 2, for each reactant, calculate the amount of one of the products formed using the same product each time. You have to go to the same product each time, even if there are multiple products that can be formed. Finally, the smallest answer indicates the limiting reactant. All of the other reactants are in excess. And then the smallest number also indicates how much product total you can form. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and go to an actual example problem that will work us through these steps right here. Now at each point, I'm going to be discussing what each of these steps actually means and why it's important.